Hello, good morning friends. Today we will discuss regarding research methodology subject, and the title of today's topic is Need for Research in Ayurveda. This is commonly asked long question in theory examination of UG students. We have some 30 points to be discussed under this heading. Why we should do research in Ayurveda is a big question. And there is no definite one para answer for this. A student has to collect a lot of information and gather the information and make a note. If you see the current scenario, now COVID-19 is pandemic. When this sort of pandemic conditions come, a new virus, genetically modified SARS-CoV-2 virus, a new combination of virus is made, like HIV virus some part and SARS virus some part is mixed together and new virus is made. So this is a new challenge, but the presentations are respiratory distress or COVID pneumonia and life-threatening also. Then we need a research to make which medicine or which combination will work out. For that we should do a research. This is a very common example we can quote. Even modern medical people are also doing research to get a formula or to get a breakthrough in treating COVID-19. So with the respect of plasma therapy is a new research outcome for COVID-19 emergency clinical conditions. Whereas for general clinical condition also they have made some clinical research, literally and technically. They found out one antibiotic and hydroxychloroquine is also found to be prophylactic drug. Like this, in Ayurveda also, to tackle COVID-19, we should do research. To find physics, chemistry and engineering based current science technological understanding, we should do research. This is point number one. Point number two, in-depth understanding of ancient Ayurvedic interventions and drugs. For that purpose, we should do research. Third is, to attain Dhatu Samyata in various clinical conditions, we need to do a clinical research. To study the applied aspects of 4 pramanas of ancient science, that is Aptopadesha, Pratyaksha and Anumana, we should do research. Any clinical condition can be understood based on 4 pramanas. So, to understand the current science and technology in terms of 4 pramanas, we should do research, a fundamental research. The integrated clinical trials based on both ancient Ayurvedic and current modern parameters. For this purpose, we should do research. To balance between materialistic and non-materialistic system, we should do research. Materialistic system has its own calculations. Non-materialistic system is also having calculations. Both are explained in Ayurveda, both are explained in modern science. Then based on science and technology, we should do some research and find out some balance between these two. To get some experimental basis for toxicity or any other action of the drug, and to get experimental basis for textually obtained knowledge, we should do research. This is very clear. For example, Kala Pratiksha is textual knowledge for Jara. So in COVID-19, how many days we should wait for starting the drug? So it takes 14 days of incubation period. So after that, when symptom starts, drug should be introduced. So Kala Pratiksha is Ayurvedic knowledge, and to get an experimental basis for this, we should do research. To validate old principles with new scientific technological proofs, we should do research. Why we are doing research in Ayurveda is for validation purpose. What we are validating? We are validating old principles of Ayurveda with new scientific technological proofs. For example, prothrombin time is raised and patient is having some bleeding disorder. And we have Ayurvedic drug Niranjana Phala. If you want to prove that Niranjana Phala is effective in reducing the prothrombin time and reducing the clotting, reducing the bleeding time, then we should do research. Narikela Pushpa is also having prothrombin time reducing action. To give these proofs in Ayurveda, we should do research. Discarding the old unneeded concepts, correcting some imbalances in the concepts, and or modifying old facts to the current time and place, we should do research. Actually, the research depends upon space, time and place. So, to make you to upgrade with the current time, place and space, Ayurveda needs research. So, we should discard something, we should correct something, and we should modify something. Please remember these words: discarding, correcting and modifying the old facts to the current time, place and space. We should do the research. For new establishment, we should do research. New establishment is according to the time. Every time there are new bacteria, new viruses, new drug resistance, new failure of treatment, limitations of treatments are coming. So, to establish a new fact, we should do research. Research is to be done for assessment of safety, efficacy and toxicity levels of formulations. We have n number of formulations in Ayurveda: purely herbal, herbo-mineral, herbo-mineralo-metallic preparations. So, and some of the toxic drugs are also used in Ayurvedic formulations, including snake's venom or including toxic plants. So then, the need of the hour is, even though they have been tried and useful in the past, for the current standards and current rules and regulations of the government or for export, for that purpose, we should do safety studies, efficacy studies and toxicity level studies. So that's why we should do research. Application of improved research technology tools in Ayurveda, for that we should do research. To grow on par with allied sciences and technology, we should do research. See, we are in the market, we are in the global market. To compete with market, if you want to get sustained in the market, we should do a very particular type of research. To develop SOPs, we call SOP is a standard operative procedure. To make a standard operative procedure is also one of the need for research. If you make Abrakabhasma, there should be a standard operative procedure. If you are doing Panchakarma, there should be standard operative procedure. If we are doing Jalaukavacharana, there should be standard operative procedure. So even though Ayurveda has recommended and given vast knowledge of all these procedures, for current time and current market need, we should do research. To contribute to the need-based national wellness and illness programs, we should do research. See, the nation is suffering with some of the illness issues and some of the wellness issues. So, wellness clinic and illness clinic are two types of establishments in India or any country. So, to make propagation of illness and wellness clinics, we should do research. Without research, we cannot establish in wellness centers or illness management centers. Expansion of Ayurvedic pharmacology is needed, hence we should do research. And concepts so as to broaden the therapeutic application. If you do research in Ayurveda, we can broaden the therapeutic application. For example, COVID-19 in the current scenario, it is not written in Ayurvedic text as it is. It is a new virus. So, our formulations are going to work on this. How to know that this formula will work on this? Suvarna Samira Pannaga is effective in COVID pneumonia. So, how to establish this is by means of research. So, we should do research. To decode the secrets behind traditional treasure. Ayurveda Samhitas have been written in some password, some codes are there. So, to decode them and decode in between the lines of Samhita language, we should do research. Bioassays are to be used in assessment of activities of formulations. Whenever you are doing some research on formulations, actually for health science, formulations of diet, formulations of preventive and prophylactic medicines or curative medicines, they can be worked online with bioassays. These bioassays needs research in Ayurveda. Some of the formulations, chemical analysis is needed. For that purpose, we should do research. To elucidate possible mode of action of a drug by in vivo and in vitro studies, research is needed. Whenever a mode of action of the drug we should understand, see Ayurvedic pharmacology we can understand based on rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, prabhava and karma. Whereas the current student who comes with a science background, he cannot understand only with these ancient pharmacological properties. Then we should do some research and find out mode of action of the drug either by in vivo studies or in vitro studies. To verify the efficacy of drugs by modern technology and proved parameters, we should do research. Now we know that there are a lot of drugs for Jora in Ayurvedic formulary. We have a lot of oils for Vata Vyadhi. But we should have some parameter based understanding of these formulations, that in stroke management which oil is to be used for thromboembolic hemiplegia or a tumor leading to hemiplegia or vascular damage leading to hemiplegia, then we should need some parameter based understanding of formulations. For that purpose, research is needed. Searching again the old facts and concepts and finding out something new to the validate the claims. Ayurveda has got so many indications of drugs. If you want to claim those indications, we should make some research to prove the old facts and concepts and find out something new validating parameters for that. To get uniformity in teaching, training and skill development, we need research. So whenever we are doing all India or abroad teaching or training of Ayurvedic graduates and skill developments in Ayurveda system, we should have some research, and research based is teaching, research based training and skill development is done by Ayurvedic research. To get evidence based practice, nowadays in the market people are having educated level more. They are aware of the disease, they are aware of the treatment, they are aware of the contemporary science. So evidence based practice is running in the market. To develop Ayurvedic evidence based practice, we need research. Traditional truth validation. So Ayurveda has got a lot of traditional truth. Traditional truth from parents to the children, ancestors to the next generation has been developed by Guru Shishya Parampara of Ayurveda. To make validity of these traditional practices, research is required in Ayurveda. To update with current scientific standards, research is needed. To meet physiology, philosophy and science. Ayurveda is philosophy as well as science of life. So to make some balance between philosophy of Ayurveda and science of Ayurveda, we should do research. To address new challenges of the society like COVID-19, SARS, MERS, time to time these challenges can be addressed by research in Ayurveda. The last 30th point is, due to the growing popularity of Ayurveda globally, there is huge demand for Ayurvedic products and Ayurvedic practice. To meet global need, we should do some research and meet the global standards. So these are 30 points in short. This is commonly asked question in UG theory examination of research methodology, and in PG research methodology also the same question will be repeated for vivavos and theory. For that purpose, if students understand these 30 concepts, a long essay can be easily written. I hope you will do well. Thank you one and all.